there.
Well, here at Temple Israel, the candles are still lit and the prayers are still being said. But now with the growing knowledge of the world that we now live in. Crystal Whitman, WRBL News 3. Well, this morning, the U.S. has confirmed the first known case of the new strain of COVID-19 that has been spreading in Brazil. And Governor John Bel Edwards' office is working with FEMA officials to encourage evacuees currently living in hotels to apply for one of FEMA's temporary housing programs by the end of the month. One Louisiana senator says he's keeping an open mind after the Senate received an article of impeachment. The downtown memorial of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is getting some much needed. Well, President Trump traveled to Michigan yesterday to take a victory lap marking 100 days in office. The president played up his actions on immigration and the economy, two issues he campaigned heavily on. And some drivers say when you're looking at prices like this, well, they're thinking of some different options and some different ways to get around. In a world that often feels divided, faith communities like Temple Israel in Columbus are coming together with quiet strength. Rabbi Lawrence Schlesinger has led this congregation for years, but he says the recent rise in anti-Semitic incidents across the country has reopened old wounds.
Well, obviously it was sadness that a couple that's about to be married is just, gunned down. Washington, D.C. is my hometown, so I'm as familiar with the building. It's just tragic.
Some synagogues across the nation have added armed guards or emergency drills. While Temple Israel hasn't gone that far, safety remains top of mind.
Anybody that messes with us is going to have to deal with the security personnel that we put in place. So it's not going to be a cakewalk for any loner out there to try to do the same thing here in Columbus.
But beyond safety, the message here is hope.
Well, we've seen this before, but it's been by and large, covert, incidents. What's new right now is that the covert incidents are becoming overt incidents. And that's, disturbing, but nevertheless, we've always known that it's there. Well, here at Temple Israel, the candles are still lit and the prayers are still being said. But now with the growing knowledge of the world that we now live in. Crystal Whitman, WRBL News 3. So you're going to stand on the tape right there to the right.
This tape.
I like your The Chattahoochee River is one of Georgia's most popular outdoor destinations, but it can quickly turn dangerous.
Unfortunately, we have about at least 1 or 2 drownings every year in the Chattahoochee River.
I think camera 2 is
These reasons, right? It's a very treacherous river.
To help first responders save lives faster, new reflective mile markers are being placed along the river, each one helping emergency crews pinpoint exactly where a person is calling for help.
You can get in the water and easily find walking distance to get back out unless you just get out there and someone force you out there or you're already unconscious or something.
So those markers, they have a shape, a color, and a number. So if you can just tell us one of those, one piece of information, right? The color, the shape, or the number, we know at least the area that you are.
Officials say the markers work just like street signs, but on water, they're spaced out strategically and easy to spot.
And we want to make sure that you have the reference points out here so that we can get there as fast as we possibly can.
First responders are reminding everyone to wear life jackets and check water conditions. And now they say to look out for mile markers too. And the fire department remains ready to spring into action with their water rescue gear. Reporting in Columbus, Crystal Whitman, WRBL News 3 on your side. Your camera, okay. So you will kind of like start, I'll say, I'll do like the greeting on camera 1, and then you'll talk to camera 2 and me. So kind of like these are two different people, me and the camera is your friend.
Got it.
Your friend, so.
Love it.
Yes. Well, straight ahead, gunfire in Columbus. One person shot and no suspect in custody. What we know so far and what police are still searching for. Plus, summer is making a splash. 3 long-closed Columbus pools are coming back, but the city says lifeguards are in short supply and they need help fast. Later, breaking ties. We'll have more on why National Security Advisor Mike Waltz is leaving the Trump administration. News 3 this midday starts right now. Hey, good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us for News 3 Midday. I'm Crystal Whitman. Our top story, a Columbus neighborhood shaken this morning after gunfire leaves one person injured. CPD responded to the 3400 block of 8th Avenue to that shooting, but so far no suspects have been identified and no arrests have been made. At this time, we are working to learn more about the victim's condition and what may have led to the shooting. So stay with News 3 on air and online as this developing story unfolds. And heading to the weather, it's the first day of May and many are wondering, will the new month bring more sunshine or storms? Let's check in with Cody with a look at that forecast. They have been dry for years, but now just in time for the summer heat. 3 Columbus pools are set to make waves once again. Our WRBL's Fiona McGee dives into the long-awaited comeback as the city is looking for lifeguards to keep those pools safe. Thank you so very much for trusting us here on News 3 Midday. Coming up, an event that prepares students for real-world experiences. More on that coming up for you after the break. Story, so we're good. So you're going to stand on the tape right there to the right.